Richie made me read a book this week, and all I got was a crippling dislike of the economy and this t-shirt. Welcome to the 1 Hour, One Brain Cell podcast. Welcome to episode number 81 of the show, I think. I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Coco Gauff's Rhinestone Labubu, Richie Flores.
No, that wasn't Coco Gauff. No, that was. No, I thought, no, that was,
Was it Naomi Osaka?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Naomi Osaka.
Billie Jean Bling. Yeah.
Coco was given a Labubu, but I don't believe that she didn't have the badge for it.
Yeah. That was Naomi Osaka.
I guess there's been a different one. There's been multiple. Is the plural of Labubu Labubus, or is it just one, like moose?
Just Labubu. Yeah. So you can have you have a Labubu or you have multiple Labubu. Like
Labubu.
Look at those Labubu. Look at those Labubu over there.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to put myself in a situation ever where I need to be saying all that. I'm good.
I am joined this week by my co-host Jordan, who has the number 1 overall pick in her fantasy draft and is going to take, with the first overall pick, Kyler Murray.
Cam Scataboo.
Let's go!
I have no idea what position I am in the draft order, because we had so many new players in our women's league this year that we didn't think it was fair to just go on like last year's finishing order, because we only were returning like 6 of our 12 teams.
Mm-hmm.
So it's completely randomized, and we don't find out the order until 1 hour before the draft, which gives me no time to scout my position. And as we both know, somebody's gonna do something stupid and take like Patrick Mahomes first, because that's how that goes.
Right.
So it's just going to be a chaos league, and I'm going to complain about it for like 16 weeks and just try not to finish last. Go Pats.
I'm so glad I'm not in the fantasy world this year. Takes up way too much of my time. I'm not good at it, so. Yeah,
I know people with multiple teams, and I barely have time for one. I forget to set my lineup before Thursday night football. I'm like, okay, well, guess I don't have a kicker this week.
Oops.
Who knows? Oh, boy. Okay, so we have just a chaotic episode chunk for you today. Where do you want to start, Richie? You want to start with the chaos of book club? Do you want to start with the chaos of the race this week? Do you want to start with the U.S. Open?
We can start. Yeah, let's kick it off with the food item I have this week. I don't know if you saw this story, but
I did not. I just saw you put it on the document. And what was the thing we were talking about last year that it reminded me of? Like was it like the Miami Grand Prix food prices? Wasn't there like a $100 lobster or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. This scares me, whatever this is going to be.
Okay, so yeah, we know that the U.S. Open tennis version is going on right now in New York. And I saw this on TikTok multiple times this week. And so I wanted to bring it up to your attention. And I wanted to ask you if you would actually indulge, as a chicken tendy connoisseur that you are, if you would indulge in the $100 chicken nuggies at the U.S. Open. So I'm going to bring up this story from CBS News, and we can watch this together as they, here we go. I'll bring our names off, and they're going to, I don't know what this is. This is the $100 jackpot, that's not it, but okay. Here.
Can't win if you don't play.
All right, Lauren, if I win, I promise we're going to buy you this. If you're looking for something to spend your winnings on, or maybe just you like the finer things in life, how about this? Food stands at the U.S. Open Tennis Tournament in New York City are serving up some bold flavors. Fans are particularly buzzing about caviar-topped chicken nuggets. outside of Arthur Ashe Stadium. What do you think of that?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know either. A Korean-inspired spot is charging $100 for 6 nuggets with a side of caviar. Sounds like a big markup to me.
Yeah.
Other offerings that are a hit at this year's tournament are new mahi mango tacos, ramen shrimp scampi, and some rye cookies.
Okay, wait, mahi.
What do you think? Are you in on the caviar chicken nuggies?
Immediate no. It's an immediate no from me. I can't say I've ever had caviar. You and I don't exactly live a rich and illustrious life, but
No.
Okay, here's my deal. I think that this is the stupidest thing I've ever advocated for. I think that a chicken tender, a well-done chicken tender, is one of like the best things that you can create. It ranks very highly for me. A chicken tender has really never done me wrong. There's only a couple of occasions where I haven't enjoyed one. But I will say that the derivative of the chicken tender in the chicken nugget usually scores fewer points for me than does a well-done chicken tender or a chicken strip. It depends what they call it. So automatically it was going to lose some points for me because the nugget form is less superior than the tender form. Then you just go and slather fish eggs on it for the hell of it, and I do not rock with those people. If that's your idea of fun, you and I have very different palates. If you're smearing caviar all over your chicken nuggets, give me some fine ranch any day and save me 75 of those $100 and I'll be happier.
I tend to agree with you there. There is no chance I would be getting those chicken nuggies unless like the only way you do it is if you have a group of people with you. So like, you have a group of like 6 people and then you split it, and then it's like
It didn't look like that much caviar. It didn't look like that many nuggets.
no. They said you got
I
6.
probably wouldn't eat those two things separately in the same dinner party, let alone together like a dip.
You get 6 people and that's like $20 a piece, and it's like okay, and you make your TikTok out of it.
And you get one nugget for the price of your $20.
Yeah, and then you can go down to the next thing and you can get your honey deuce, which apparently is also very popular at the U.S. Open.
I just saw that. I don't know what that is, but it was on the, like, I don't know, 5 things today
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, here I'll tell you what's in it. Honey
Not to be
is the
confused with the movie Honey Don't, which you reviewed last week.
yes. Okay, here we go. The so-called honey deuce carries an eye-popping price tag of $23. Apparently it's had
Mocktail in New York.
6 price highs since 2012. Let's see, where are we at here? It says honey deuce tandem, blah, 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 blah. Oh, this is just talking about the prices. I just want to know what the hell is in it. Jesus.
Is it honey?
I don't actually know.
Wait, hold on. Grey Goose. It's vodka, lemonade, raspberry liqueur, and skewered balls of honeydew melon. It's like a spiked lemonade or a punch. It looks aesthetically pleasing, and I love that they're putting the little, like, melon balls in it that kind of look like tennis balls. Like, that makes sense aesthetically.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. I'm going to the U.S. I've always actually wanted to go to the U.S. Open, and it seems cool. I'm not a big tennis fan, but U.S. Open seems fun enough. And that's what I'm getting I'm getting the caviar nuggies and the honey deuce and having a great time.
Count me out on that one. I'll go for the tennis, but I'm not buying it. I'm gonna pull a U at the movie theater and not buy any food.
Raw dog the U.S. Open.
Oh my god. Oh. Yep. I mean, tennis is just an expression of raw dog life anyway. Like
I'm so glad you weren't drinking a beverage at that time, because I would have totally got you with a spit take there.
You would have got me there. You absolutely would have. Tennis, of all the sports, tennis is like the most raw dog sport. You really gotta. It's like golf. You really gotta sit through it.
That's insane.
Well, you know
That's
what I
crazy.
mean, though? Like, there are, for every, what are you drinking? You have like a full Borg over
What?
there.
What? Yeah.
You have a gallon. What is that?
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. It's just, I have 3 beverages every week.
I was hoping you wouldn't notice as you pull out it's like drinking out of a propane tank.
I was just trying to take a sip. So I got my water.
What is that? Is that
I have
sweet tea? Is it?
I have my cold brew,
Okay.
and I have my gallon of iced tea.
I can't do it with you right now. I have never in my years seen anything like that. just raw dogging a gallon of sweet tea. Oh yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. What?
Yeah, it's good too. This is delicious. It was on sale.
I believe you.
I got another one of these too. That's completely full. I got 2 of them for $10 because they were doing a sale for Labor Day.
I believe you, but I don't think a soul in production of that beverage ever anticipated that somebody would just take the whole gallon and drink straight out of it.
Yeah, why the hell not? That's what it's meant to be, you know? What do you want me to do? Go and put this in another cup and have to wash it in the dishes later? No, this is a perfectly fine drinking container.
Okay. You know what? Okay.
It says on here,
What's the serving size on that? How many servings are in that gallon?
it says chug before 9/2, which is today.
That's today.
So I gotta
Let's get it going.
get going. We have 45 minutes to finish it.
I would love to see that happen. Oh my god.
That doesn't say what the serving size is because it's like a custom thing and there's just like nothing else on here. It's just blank.
Well, I'm certain it's not 1, but we can try our best to make it 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
128 ounces. Jesus Christ.
128 ounces of tea. Oh my goodness gracious.
It's good, dude. Perfect for the summer.
Okay.
You're like, what? You are hating for no reason, okay? I'm a genius over here drinking
Say I'm hating.
beautiful
I'm
iced tea when it is 101 degrees outside.
There's no ice in that. It's just a gallon.
But it's
That's
cold.
just tea.
It's cold?
It's cold? Okay.
Yeah.
Cold tea, not iced.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want it to get watered down.
That's actually valid. That's actually a valid point. Okay. I can give you points for that. That does make sense to me. That's why I like hot liquids, because they don't get watered down.
True.
We talked about this. Okay. Whatever that was. Let's talk about, well, since you have to drink that by 9/2, we could argue the capitalism inherent in expiration dates on beverages. So let's argue about capitalism with this book that you made me read.
I don't have it with me. I don't have the prop this week. It's out in the living room. I still haven't finished it. I'm still working my way through. Have you finished it?
No, I made it through, I made it to part 2 and then through that, like, first chapter of part 2 where it's mostly talking about, like, Amazon.
Yes.
Which,
Yeah,
like,
so we're
okay,
basically...
you don't have to convince me that Amazon is, like, the evil empire. I've been trying to preach this for a while, but my own parents are, like, the biggest consumers of Amazon, to the point where my dog knows the word Amazon, and if you say it, and she's, like, looking out the window watching for the truck, 1, she knows what the truck looks like, which is crazy because she's a dog. 2, if you say the word, she will bark and run to the front door where she knows that the package is about to be delivered. And if that's not some horrific interpretation of Pavlov, I don't know what is.
Right. Yeah, I will say, like, it's not... I would recommend this book to most people. We talked a little bit about it last week, but the thing I really like about it is it's a very easy entry point into understanding economics, because sometimes you read about economics and it's really hard to understand because it's so dense and there's so much going on. But I think she does a really good job of giving you examples, like real world examples, like the Amazon example, and then using that as a structure to go through and explain, the history of economic theory and how those theories in 2025 don't. Some of those economic theories don't hold up as well as they used to. So I found it interesting, like when she was talking about kind of the relationship between like actual workers and what bosses are supposed to do. And I'm just like, damn, that is wild stuff. But I'm enjoying the book so far. I am a quick reader, but I am a slow reader. Does that make any sense? That's an oxymoron, but.
No, it's like you're a quick reader when you have time to sit
Yes,
down and
when I
do
read,
a chunk
yes.
of it, but then, yeah, you don't always have time to sit down and read a chunk of it. For me, I think it's the opposite, is like, it's a little bit dense for me as just a layman understanding economic terms. So obviously using those real world examples does really help kind of put it in perspective for some of the context that I might be missing. But it's not exactly a fast read, I will say that. Especially because I find myself going back and looking at stuff again to try and make sense of it.
Yeah.
So, it's going. I have to renew my loan at the library because I only had it for like 14 days or something.
Yeah.
And I've only been making little cracks like per night at it. But it's going. I have seen people saying that the back half of the book is a little less theory and more so like, here's
solutions
what we can do to change this in the future and empower the people. So I'm looking forward to that part because I think it'll go a little bit faster. But the front half is like heavy on economic jargon.
Yeah,
and,
a lot of Marx, a lot of Karl Marx in there, a lot of other capitalist theories. She touches on a little bit about a theory that I'm interested in, which is, I think this has helped me with this particular book because I read basically the sister book. So this book, Vulture Capitalism, has I would say has a sister book that came out about 15 years ago that I referenced before called The Shock Doctrine. And I read that and loved it. And it was probably my favorite book I've read in a long, long time. And I think because I read that book, I was already introduced to a lot of the history, at least, of neoliberalism. And so because I already have that basis, I was able to take that and then apply it to this book as well. And so it's like a nice addendum. So I would recommend that to you as well. And the author of that, Naomi Klein, that book is not as economically dense as this one is. It's more reporting and more history than it is anything else, more so than like deep economic theory. Which I think is what I liked about it most. Like, she does explain some of the economics behind it, but it's mostly the history of how all these powerful people use this theory and took advantage of it. And so, yeah, that's my next book for you to read. Go read that book too. It's a little long. It's, I listened to the audiobook, but I breezed through it pretty quickly. So anyway, yeah, good books.
No, good to know. I won't say it's a good book because it will freak you out about everything you've
Piss you
ever
off,
given money to, and you'll feel bad about it. Yeah, but it's a good book in the sense that it will sort of reframe the way that you think about all of it, and yeah, especially like corporations, because I don't know how people exist in this and aren't just driven crazy every single day by the fact that like they get to write the rules and then break them as they see fit because they have a bunch of money.
Exactly. It's like one of my favorite things that she talked about, I thought was really interesting, is I forget the guy's name, but she brought up this theory of, from the early 20th century about how if in theory, a true free market capitalist type society will have corporations, but underneath those corporations, you're going to have competing businesses and whatnot that will basically force the other corporations into continuously innovating and competing with amongst themselves for for people to buy their products. And that is not the case whatsoever, because everybody's in league with each other. Basically, is essentially her
Right, or
point,
they
which is
all
like,
own each other or like
Yeah.
whatever it is. But yeah, there's so
'Cause-
much monopolization and non-compete that's occurring that it's ruined everything. Well,
yeah,
you and I talk about this. There's a great example within the ticket market. If you're trying to buy concert tickets or something like that, Ticketmaster owns 90% of this, and they just can set the price at whatever they feel like doing because there's no one that can tell them that.
exactly. Yeah, and so like we were talking about Apple the other day at Mello, and all of us were thinking the same thing, which is like Apple, after Steve Jobs died, they stopped innovating. I think Steve Jobs is the perfect example of this, because like he was a guy who constantly with Apple was innovating and moving things forward. And then after he died, that did not become the case because according to this theory, well, they don't have to do it anymore because they don't have to innovate. They don't have to make our lives better because they're focused on making more money instead of being competitive and trying to earn our business essentially. And that's what Apple's become. Apple's become so big and they make so much damn money, they just don't care anymore. They don't care about the quality of their products. They don't care about innovating.
All over everybody's lives. They're in your home in a billion different ways, and they're in your ears. They're in my ears. They're on my wrist. They're on my phone that I'm using to record this off of my MacBook. We're already all sold out to this, but it's like just, now they can just copy paste a different, slightly newer version of the same thing every year. And at some point, force your devices to become obsolete so that you have to buy a new one in the future, which is crazy. And that's the thing I hate the most is when they do that. Don't force a thing to be obsolete. I want it to work for 15 years so I don't have to buy a new phone every 30 seconds.
Correct.
Thank you. Thank you.
This has been Book Club for the week. Join us next week for more.
Yeah, maybe we'll be finished by next week. I don't know. All right, let's talk about the chaos that was our return to Formula One after the summer break this week. I know you didn't watch much of the race.
I did. Girl, change that. I didn't watch any of it. I did watch the 30-minute recap version.
Okay.
So I did watch it, and I saw the memes.
Yeah. You probably saw the only part that matters, realistically. Like, it was as expected. We had a couple of surprises through the practices and things like that, but we were on pace strongly for another McLaren 1-2, which is just dull and boring every single time that it happens. And then the back half of the race decided that it had had enough of being straightforward, and we got some crazy things that occurred. So we would like to give congratulations to Isaac Hadjar on his first ever Formula One podium, and I believe the youngest French-born driver to achieve such a thing.
Oh, yeah, he was younger than Gasly?
I believe so, yeah.
Wow.
I believe
that's
they said
surprising.
so.
Ocon too. Ocon was pretty young when he
was.
He got his, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's been in F1 for 15 races. And
Yeah.
if you remember where he was at the beginning of the season, this has been a crazy arc for him. So that was incredible. Alex Albon, quietly, 15th to 5th. Ollie Behrman, quietly, from the pit lane to P6.
Crazy.
Incredible drive for Ollie. He's next, right? Of the rookies, he's got to be next to get a podium.
Hopefully.
Haas was double points. Aston Martin was double points. And Kimi Antonelli had an incident again. A couple races ago, Kimi Antonelli victimized Max Verstappen in Austria. This time around, Kimi Antonelli victimized probably the entire country of Italy and Charles Leclerc. And he certainly didn't deserve that. But both Ferraris ended up DNFing for both horrible reasons. And it was not going so good. And then the one small thing that I think gave both of us joy is that toward the end of the race, Lando Norris's engine decided it had had enough, and I think there was a fire, and he had to DNF from the race, and that was what ultimately put Isaac on the podium, although you could argue that he drove himself into the position to be there as it was, so there we go.
Great he qualified fourth. Qualified fourth in
He did.
in the Visa Cash App Racing Bowl.
In the
Pretty damn-
V-Carb. The V-Carb is a better car than the Red Bull right now. Like, please don't let that kid get promoted, because it's going to ruin his life.
Yeah. That's what the people on the internet are saying too.
Don't let
Stay
that
out
happen to
of
him.
that Red Bull second seat. Just
You don't
let Max
want
drive by himself next year.
It won't be very much different, although Yuki did score points, but it might not be very much different. I don't know. Yeah, that was insane.
We got some great memes. We got this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you can compare that. Okay, so we have sad Lando, and then we have aura farming Charles
Aura
Leclerc.
farming
Look at
Charles.
that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Dude crashed out the race and just standing on the hill aura farming. Look at that
Photoshoot.
man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Photo
And then
shoot.
you compare that
They,
to this
brought
man.
him they brought him over folding chairs, and he was like watching the race from somebody else's phone. It was crazy stuff for Charles, but like
It was that meme. I think it was Fernando Alonso where he crashed out that one time. He was just chilling in the lawn chair.
yeah, with
or-
like his head back.
Yeah.
It was
Kimi Räikkönen just effing off back to his boat in Monaco years ago.
like, yeah, just don't even go to the garage. Just go to your yacht. Yeah. It had shades of that, I will say. Yeah, this was.
Why couldn't they have gotten either of these guys a nice little golf cart and taken them back to the garage area?
I have no idea, to be honest with you. Like the last time that Charles DNF'd, I think I sent you this video, and I don't remember what track it was. It might have been, I don't know. It was one of the European circuit tracks, like Belgium or whatever. But they made him like jog through the woods, and he's like still in his race suit with his boots on, and like he's off-roading and has to walk forever like back to the pit lane. Is there not a better way that we can do this?
Yeah.
How do the marshals all get out there at the beginning of the day? They just make them walk to their
Yeah.
respective positions.
Right.
We don't drop them off. Like, oh boy, yeah. That was truly something. But the man never misses an opportunity for a photo shoot, and you have to give it to him there. And he did post, like when he posted on Instagram, his first picture in that like slideshow was one of those Aura Farming Hill photos.
Right.
It was like disappointed in how the weekend went, but he's like serving absolute face on the front of on the front of the post. You're like, okay, Charles. Yeah. So
Ferrari has
next week's gonna be interesting.
Ferrari's coming out with a new livery this weekend. I told you earlier. I was like, what are we doing? Coming out with a brand new livery. Girl, fix your damn car first before coming out with a new livery. For the love of goodness.
It's not fixable at this point. I just don't think it's fixable. Whatever's wrong with it is so wrong. It's like the Red Bull. Whatever's wrong with it is so wrong with it that it's yeah.
It's crazy that they're still second in the constructors.
Yeah. Yeah. But realistically, it's not even close between 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah.
McLaren is almost double the points of number 2, and
Oh, yeah. No, they have
Mercedes is
yeah.
catching.
They have McLaren has more points than Ferrari and Mercedes combined.
Yes. Yes.
Like, that's insane.
And well, I mean, you could go down it, right? So like, it's at least Ferrari and Mercedes, which would be 508.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could put in 1, 2. Yeah, I mean, they have more points than at least 4 to 5 teams on the grid combined. Out of 10. By the
Yeah.
way. So that's,
Yeah.
half the field. Okay, cool. That should not be possible.
No.
When do we find out that this car is illegal? Because can we skip to that part?
After the season. They'll find out after the season. They'll be like, oh,
Wait.
oops, sorry. You weren't supposed to do that.
That'll happen. We're fed up with the FIA as it is because they are, the last couple of races, they've been more preoccupied with sitting in the steward's room doing nothing except watching the race with their feet up than they are to actually make a decision about a penalty during the race, at which point the teams and drivers could take action and change strategy to help offset that. However, they've decided it's much more fun to do it after all the positions have been settled and then just make people pay for it, which is crazy. And they just didn't want to talk to Carlos Sainz, I guess, about his penalty this week, which should not have been as harsh as it was. Yeah, I think he was talking to the media, and he said that the FIA was just not interested in talking to him at the moment. How are you allowed to do that? You are the sporting authority for F1,
right.
and you don't have time to listen to your driver's complaints?
Crazy.
Okay. Anyway, clean house over there, because it's a ridiculous organization. That's all I
I
have to say
agree.
about that.
Okay, Forrest Gump.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Life is like a box of chocolates sometimes. Okay. Do you have anything from Letterboxd Corner this week, Mr. AMC A-List?
I do. I have 2 movies from the week, I
Alright.
think. 2 movies to talk about. I did see one with the A-List, and then the other I watched at home. Now, this is a follow-up to last week when we brought you the story of me watching Honey Don't, and we were talking about Chris Evans, and we were talking about some of his other movies. And one of the movies we talked about was Ghosted.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie got terrible reviews on Letterboxd. People hated it. I watched it. I thought it was enjoyable. Surprisingly, I gave it 3 stars. I was like, this movie isn't as bad as people think. It's actually fairly funny. Like, I was laughing. And it's Ana de Armas and Chris Evans. Like, what more do you people want from your movies? You know, like. I had to watch it at home. It was, it was a good movie.
All right. I mean, I can't argue with you, but I found that funny last week that I think the overall average rating was 2.2 on Letterboxd. Like,
Yeah.
How badly do you have to screw up for that to be the case?
Yeah. I watched that, and then I also watched new Austin Butler movie with Zoe Kravitz and a bunch of other people, Matt Smith, called Caught Stealing. You've seen
my
the
God,
previews for?
can I tell you the thing that I was most caught off guard about with this movie is Matt Smith with that mohawk.
Yeah.
I saw him in the preview and I was
Yeah.
like, wait a damn minute. I know that isn't who I thought it is. He is not afraid to do crazy things to his hair for a role, that man.
Correct.
Isn't Bad Bunny in that too?
Bad Bunny is in it. Yes, he is.
I love Bad Bunny's acting trajectory lately.
He's
Like,
he's
I'm here
funny.
for it.
He's
He
low
is
key.
funny.
He's low key like really funny.
That's really funny.
But yeah, this like the cat. Let me go through the cast list for this real quick. We have Austin Butler, Zoe Kravitz, Regina King, Matt Smith, Liev Schreiber, Vincent D'Onofrio. Action Bronson is in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, Bad Bunny's in the movie. And then there's a couple other like smaller actors. But yeah, everybody's in this damn movie. I gave it 3 stars. No, sorry, 3.5 stars. I gave it 3.5 stars. Enjoyable film. Not a great movie. Cast is good, but there's a cute cat. So you put a cute cat in the movie, and I'm all in.
Yeah.
Bud the cat.
That's
Bud the
points.
Bud the cat.
Bud the cat. Okay. I did see that in your review. Yep. Bud the cat. You love a cat in a movie. Let's see. Who else has said stuff about this? Scotty gave it 3 stars. and Corey gave it 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, all right. It's averaging. It's averaging. Honestly, quite a few people have given it 4. It's averaging 3.6.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
The one thing I will say about the movie, and I brought this up to Corey and Sky last week too, is like this movie's less than 2 hours. It doesn't feel like it. It feels longer. I think that's part of the reason why I bumped it down. Is like for a movie that is pretty short, it runs long, and it doesn't. The momentum doesn't keep up really for a story that the story is really, really simple. And so you'd think you'd be able to move a little bit quicker. But like I got like towards the end of the movie, I was like, is this movie over yet? Can we get to the end already?
Oh boy.
And it just felt like a 2.5 hour movie compared to like some 2.5 hour movies you watch. And it just breezes along and you feel like you didn't, it was like, damn, I want to see more of that.
Sure.
So yeah, I like the movie.
All right.
Solid. Those are my 2 movies of the week. I didn't see many movies this week. That's wild. I'm behind.
I'm also seeing you have a Star Trek in your list.
Oh yeah, I watched that when I watched that like because I couldn't sleep, so I watched those at like 2:00 in the morning, and they just happened to be on. I was like, oh, I'll watch these. Have you seen Star Trek Into Darkness recently?
I honestly have not. I don't think I've seen a single Star Trek. I was a Star Wars kid growing up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I never made the crossover, and now I feel like it's like I won't say that it's too late to start, but the universe is like so convoluted that it's like I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Yeah, I think you might like the movies, the Star Trek Into Darkness, Star Trek Beyond. Those are pretty easy ways to get into it.
There is a Star Trek statue here downtown, because I guess like one of the like fictional captains from the series is like supposed to be born here in like 20. When is she born here? I think she's born in 2336.
Are you talking about Captain Janeway? She's the only she's the female captain I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's there's like a statue or like a little bust downtown that's like future birthplace of Captain Janeway. So we just have like Kate Mulgrew downtown.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So all the Star Trek captains are from the Midwest because Kirk is from the Midwest.
That's so funny.
That from the Midwest. Picard's from France.
Well, that makes sense for him, I think.
But yeah, that's it, which is crazy.
All right.
I don't know. I'm behind on my movie watching this week. What's going on? I've been watching too much Abbott Elementary. That's why I've been breezing through the most recent season.
It's a great show. You've been too busy watching Abbott Elementary and drinking a gallon of sweet tea. There's a lot happening. A lot happening at the moment. I have one film to offer. I didn't even want to watch this, but some of you may remember, I don't think it was last week, but maybe it was the week before, where I went on the tirade of how bad I thought the Terrifier movie was.
Yeah, didn't you mention this last week?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you talked about this last week, but you just logged it later.
I don't think I talked about this last week.
I swear you did. Maybe it was
Did
after
we even
the show.
do Letterboxd last week? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was after the show, because I had just started it. I hadn't finished it.
Okay.
Because it is. Let me make sure I get you the exact runtime on this, because it is brutal and awful. It is 2 hours and 18 minutes. No B-list slasher movie. Exactly.
Why?
No B-list slasher movie needs to be 2 hours and 18 minutes. So it took me multiple sittings to finish this.
Right.
Yeah, I swore I would not watch Terrifier 2, but some like deeply masochistic part of myself needed to know if it got any better in the second one, because like, why do people love this franchise? Like, I'm like, there has to be a reason. I'm struggling to find the reason, but there has to be one. So I sat down and watched through about 2 sittings, all 2 hours and 18 minutes of Terrifier 2. And let me tell you, it did not get any better. It was no better. It was no better than the first. I maybe the story was a little bit better because like it was trying to tell a story, I suppose, but it immediately lost whatever half star it would have gained on that from me for being 2 hours and 18 minutes.
Right.
Because it just was so bloated in the middle with stuff that didn't matter. It was like the one time that you're actually trying to give a plot, it took up too much time or didn't make sense or, you know, whatever it was. So I'm like, ugh. There's a third one and there's maybe a fourth one, and I guess the third one is a Christmas one. So like, I need to get
Terrifier 3 is 2.9
stars or
2.9 stars, which is better than the other two, I think, which is crazy.
okay. So I need to give myself some time off from Terrifier, but like at this point I may just go ahead and watch it around Christmas so that I can get this done with and not need to see another one ever again. I don't get it, man.
I don't know why you're
videos from Halloween Horror Nights, and I think the character is kind of funny because all I've seen him do is like intimidating people into buying hoodies and sweatshirts with his face on them, but like the actual movies are no good.
Right.
I'm sorry. It's no good.
I will not be watching them. It was the first one was on Tubi, I saw for free. And I was like, I am not watching that. I'm not going to waste my time.
Yeah, don't. Absolutely don't.
Instead, you know what I did instead? Instead of, because I don't know if I'm sure you have the same mood sometimes, but like, you're like, it's like, you know, late-ish at night, I guess. And you're like, I want to watch a movie, but you don't know like what mood of movie you want to watch. You just start looking for movies, and you spend an hour looking for the damn movie you want to watch, and you still haven't come to a decision. And I'm like, what the hell?
And then it's like too late to start it. You're like, oh.
And then it's too late to start the dang movie. So what I did that last night, and you know what I ended up doing? I ended up turning on a Ken Burns documentary about World War II.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
You're such an old man. I love it.
What? Dude.
You're like out of the vast cinematic universe that you could choose from. You said Ken Burns World War II.
Yeah, that's 100% true. Dude, the Ken Burns World War II documentary is actually really, really great, and I recommend.
No, I know it's really well done, but it's not
20 hours long.
Right, it's not a thing I would try to watch late at night because it would put me to sleep.
That's
probably. I think my grandpa let me borrow his Ken Burns World War II DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even make a dent in that thing today.
Have you at least watched the baseball series?
No.
No?
It's Ken Burns?
It's called Ken Burns Baseball. Yeah.
Ken Burns Baseball.
Came out before you were born, believe it or not.
Oh yeah, 1994.
Also terrific if you're a baseball fan.
It covers the 1840s.
Yeah. Yeah.
To about 1993.
Yeah.
How do you even do that? How do you do 150 years of baseball?
You do it over the cross about 20 hours.
Oh my God.
Dude, I have the DVD set.
Okay.
I'll let you borrow it when you come to town. And you can say, hey, when you can go back when you come back to your place of work, you can be like, hey, what did you do on your vacation? Oh yeah, I spent 20 hours watching Ken Burns baseball.
That will I just have a strange feeling that won't make me any friends. Can I do it like early Netflix style where you just mail me a different DVD every month and I send them back to you? Because that might be more sustainable.
That's so funny. Girl, the way you watch movies, I ain't getting that shit back for a year and a half.
No, that's why I'm saying you got to do one DVD at a time, unless you just want to lose the whole box set indefinitely.
I'll just never see it again.
You won't. You'll never see it. You'll only see it when I move, or like if you come out here, and it'll still be in the same place I left it.
just completely dusty, never touched.
Right, you'll have to blow it off, and then it'll like start a whole thing like Jumanji. You need to sit down and finish watching Ken Burns baseball. Okay.
This episode is unhinged. Shocker. All right, get us to the next thing. Get us to the next thing, because so we can wipe up the show. You were complaining that we needed to be done in an hour, so.
I know. Well, I'm about to let you talk, so down your gallon. Okay. We do have tracks of the week, but you have some concert to bring us.
I do. I have so many.
Let's hear it.
I went to 2 over the weekend. Mm-hmm. Saturday and Sunday.
I know about one of them for sure.
Yeah. I went to go
About that one.
Yeah, exactly. I went to see the Technicolors at Valley Bar, and they were awesome. They were incredible. I'm a sucker for like kick-ass electric guitars, especially live, and they were they were so good. In like 150 tiny ass little place. Impeccable. I picked up their vinyl of their album, which just came out, Heavy Pulp, and it's like we're getting close to the end of the year where we can start ranking our favorite albums, and this album, Heavy Pulp, is like right up there into the elite status. It's so good.
I gotta put it on. I've been busy studying. I've been busy back studying for Breach Tour because I know I'm only gonna have like 6 days to try and internalize an entire album.
Yeah.
So I'm studying the back catalog now, so that by the time that releases, I'll have everything in the past already nailed down, which I pretty much do. I'm just refreshing.
Right.
I've been listening to 21 Pilots since I was in high school, so I have the back catalog. I have the unreleased stuff. Yeah, so I'm doing a refresher, but I need to put that on because I'm looking for new stuff to listen to that isn't Mayhem or So Close to What. I know my brand, but
yes.
And we're just waiting for the new Taylor Swift album to come and completely take over my Spotify Wrapped anyway. So
Yeah, it's gotten up to the #1 seed.
that's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, so Technicolors, awesome, incredible stuff, great show. And then I also went to go see Weird Al Yankovic on Sunday with my dad. You think I'm crazy, but dude, he sold that place out.
I believe it.
Yeah. Like I was talking to my dad about this. I'm like, it's actually incredible to have somebody like Weird Al who's been around for 40 plus years at this point, and somebody who hasn't put out new music at all in like a decade, and is still able to sell out a 4,000 seat venue, packed. Jam-packed, and I've said this before. This is my 3rd time seeing him live. Actually, he always puts on a really fun show. He's so much fun because like he'll put on the costumes to match the songs, and like so like he legit like I know you're not a Weird Al person at all, so I'm gonna be making these references and you'll be like, what the hell is that? But you've heard Fat, right? The parody of Bad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you've seen the music video, and he's got the fat suit.
I don't know if I've ever seen a Weird Al music video. Maybe.
Okay, so in the music video, he's got the Michael Jackson inspired fat suit that he wears. Well, he does that. He does that during the show, and he has these like interstitials so he can like go backstage and change to the next costume of like old videos that are like funny little clips from his career and stuff like that. And so he goes backstage and he comes out in the full fat suit to sing this song. It's like genius, truly genius. The band, all of his band got into it too. Like they always went and changed into different costumes for each song. And so if Weird Al comes around, and it's a fun time. It's fun for the whole family.
Let me see. Well, yeah, let me see.
We have
I
10 minutes
no
left.
idea. We got time, because all we have left is tracks of the week. So, here's Weird Al's Bigger and Weirder 2025 tour. Special guest Puddle's Pity Party. I can't believe that dude is still around, because I remember watching him on, like, America's Got Talent or whatever.
Yes. Yeah. We saw the back half of his set. The funniest thing he did was the thing that he ended on was he sang the Titanic song "My Heart Will Go On,"
Okay.
which was
Love that song.
which is fine, but in the background on the big screen for the entirety of the song, it's just images of Kevin Costner. And it had me cackling for the entire 4 minutes of the song. So funny.
You know what? I have to respect that. That is funny. That's something I would do if anybody ever gave me the aux. There was what just happened up by us? It was Joan Jett and Billy Idol. Billy Idol. Oh my God. Yes. Billy. Why am I so confused about Billy Idol versus Billie Eilish? They're different people. It was Billy Idol. It was Joan Jett and Billy Idol. And Billy Joel is in there too, floating around my brain. I'm like, these are all different people. That just happened up by us. I guess that was a pretty big deal. I saw Joan Jett last year or the year before.
Last year, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good show. It was a great show. But to your point, same thing. Like, she hasn't put out new music in God knows how long.
Right.
Still good though. Still good live.
Mm-hmm. And then I have 2 more concerts coming out next week,
Yeah, you do.
as we previously talked about.
You want to just recap for the people in case they haven't been listening.
Oh yeah. I get to infiltrate the lesbian community for 2 nights.
It's true.
But I'm excited for both shows. All right, you can't. G Flip at the Van Buren, and then Lucy Dacus at whatever that Dodge Theater. I'm still calling it Dodge Theater because I'm old. But
Dodge Theater. Which one is
Yeah.
that? Arizona.
the
Federal?
place where we saw a coin.
Yeah, I don't know what they call it now, but yes, okay, that one. It was Comerica, my first concert.
It was Comerica for a while, but like I always, I don't know what it's called anymore, but it's just a Dodge Theater because that's when it was first built. That's what it was called.
They keep renaming stuff.
So yeah, I'm a busy boy with concerts this month.
Very much so. I don't have anything to offer until like 2 weeks from now. And then after that, very sad because we don't have anything planned.
Yeah.
You and I freak out if we don't have a small treat concert planned in like 4 to 5 months. We start to lose it.
Yeah.
So something better happen quick. I don't know. Okay.
True.
Let's go to tracks of the week, and maybe we can be done a little bit early because I want to go to bed. It's 8:07. I'm tired.
Hey, girl, get you a gallon of iced tea and you'll be set to go.
No, not a gallon of iced tea.
Get that diabetes going, baby.
No.
Blood sugar through the roof.
Yeah, your blood sugar is solid granulated at this point. It is confectioner
It's
sugar.
it's not blood sugar anymore. It's straight up sugar.
No, there's no blood in it. Yeah. Only sugar. Oh god. All right. I don't have a lot. I know you and I both have mixed feelings about the latest Sabrina Carpenter record. To our disappointment, I was really hoping it would have a little more of a hit from first listen. I don't know. The only song that I picked out from there was Sugar Talking. And then I sent you as well this EP that I found. The artist actually came up on my TikTok page, and it was his song that he was trying to promo. The artist's name is Jay Solomon, and the EP is called Kill the Rockstar. And there's a couple of good tracks on there. I really liked Lying Around and Rubber Band. It came out May 30th. So I guess we're maybe a little bit behind the curve, but again, it was a random algorithm pull that I ended up liking. So a little bit of a smaller artist, but we like to be on the front side of those things here on the
Yes, we do. Yeah, I dug it. I listened to that EP you sent to me, and I dug it. I loved it. I love very much our vibe in terms of sound. A couple of things I'll mention. I obviously mentioned Technicolors, but I also do want Medium Bill has a new single out called Last Time, which is great. And then came out a couple weeks ago, but the new Florence and the Machine single, Everybody Scream, is also really good. Go check that out. I'm excited for that new record. I think it's going to be really cool. Music video, very creepy, but very fun.
I like the aesthetic of this era for Florence so far. It's very cool. Like very gothic, very kind of horror.
Yeah, I also need to listen to Hayley Williams' new album too. I haven't had a chance. Ego, Death of the Bachelor Party. You can check that out. I haven't had a chance
You mean
to.
the album where she condensed all 17 of her singles that she released individually?
Yeah.
That's still my favorite thing that you've done on tracks so far, I think, is like, yeah, I would like to pull all 17 individual releases from Hayley Williams. Yeah. There's some good stuff in that kit though. I've been going through it a little bit. I think the one that I pulled out was Kill Me so far. That's, I think, just top of my likes right now, but there's some good stuff happening in there. It's Hayley Williams. What's not to like?
Right.
It's Mother. Yeah. All right. We're done early. You're welcome. So that iced tea that we made you all drink earlier in the show, you have a little time to do the zoomies and run it off before you go to bed. So we will be back for episode 82 next week. I'm hoping to get the plate up. Oh my goodness, I need to go sleep. The plate up content out for you sometime soon. I just need to finish condensing it into a mobile friendly format so you can enjoy it on your phone as well as on your laptop, and share it with your friends and your enemies and whatever else. But you can find us at OHOBC Pod wherever you get your social media, and until then, we will see you next time.